Okay, next Reddit question. It sounds too good to be true. Is it too good to be true? Yes. Yes, it is too good to be true. Um, the philosophies of Acton Academy are rooted in the genius of every human, in the spirit of creativity and positivity and the incredible potential that is in every single human being. So, by its very nature and philosophy, what we can imagine to be an incredible community is full of humans, and therefore, it's too good to be true. And when you compare the core philosophies of an Acton Academy, which are based on those things I just described, the potential of human beings, the ability for someone to drive themselves, to be self-determined, to create their own future, to be responsible and accountable for themselves, and to help hold people around them that they care about accountable to create a better society. When you compare those ideals with the ideals of the traditional system was formulated on, you will see, you'll see the fruits of those ideals. And what I mean by that is I'm not knocking on traditional systems when I say this. I'm just talking about how it was actually founded. There's sort of two running stories of how traditional education came to be. One of them is that we needed factory workers. That was during the Industrial Revolution. That was the up and coming career of the day, and so we needed children to learn how to work in factories. Hence, it's called the conveyor belt model. That's why we have grades: grade A meat, grade A product. You're a grade A student. So you can see the tricklings down of that story of the evolution of education in the traditional system that is not founded in freedom and liberty and free thinking and creativity. It's just not. I'm not saying that doesn't happen in school. I'm saying that's not what schools were created for. The other story is that traditional school was actually created as an authoritarian way to turn, I'm serious, I read this in a book, okay? I'm not making this up. To turn children away from their current authority, which is the family, a more free thinking, and I say free thinking because every family is very different from one another, ideal to a authoritarian, getting information from authority funneled down to the children to control how they think. Sorry, I know that sounds horrible. My mom is a public school educator. I love educators. I love administrators. I'm just telling you the stories of how traditional school originated, okay? So if you take either of those philosophies for traditional school and you say, is it too good to be true? Like, well, what too good to be true? What are we even aiming for with the structures that are put in place in a traditional school setting? I don't know what the aims are, other than from what it was foundationally created for, the structure that's in place to create factory workers or servants to an authoritarian. Okay, so if we're comparing that to an Acton Academy, is it too good to be true? Well, we here are doing our very best to look at every human as an individual with potential. And in order to unlock their potential, they need to have the opportunity to make a lot of choices and to fail in those choices and correct those choices. And here at Acton Leadership Academy, we consider the very first schoolhouse to be your home. The home is the first schoolhouse. And so we go to great efforts in our audition to make sure that our philosophy, let me say this the right way, that when you join Acton Leadership Academy, you understand our philosophy and that it actually enhances what's happening in your home and doesn't go counter to it. So if you are not a parent that places high value on your children having a high degree of choice and opportunity to fail, then this is not the school for you. It's absolutely too good to be true, because we're not going to control the choices that your child makes. We're not. That's not what we're about. We are about helping them make mistakes. No, sorry. We're about when they make mistakes, which they do, and we want them to, being able to work through them and having the tools and skills they need to rise from that, to turn it into a success, to know what to do next time, to be able to take that experience of that failure and see how it applies to their broader life experience so that they can rise through their failures. So is it too good to be true? Yes, because this is a place that embraces the idea of failure. So will there be failure? Yes. Will there be mess? Yes. It is absolutely a place where the beauty and mess of humanity is embraced. And so in that way, the claims of success are 100% true, and the claims of hard things are 100% true. And it's really a matter of there are no guarantees. Every home, every teacher, every educational environment is an experiment for your child and for every other child. So what environment embodies the values and principles of your family so that you can connect with an environment that matches what's important to you and to your child? For my family, this is it. I have created a school that had the principles and values that were of the utmost importance to me. And to paraphrase them, and what we believe is an Acton Leadership Academy community, is that through trusting our children to dream their dreams, to have a lot of choice, and to be able to fail in their choices, that's the best way for them to gain the confidence and character and real world skills they need to become the human that they're divinely appointed to be. We're not a religious school, but we believe in the divinity of every person and that we're all here to do a unique, meaningful work. And that in order to unlock that opportunity, there is a certain set of principles and practices that help a human get there. And one of those is doing hard things. So it's not an easy path, but is it too good to be true? Yeah. And we're the kind of community where that optimism, we believe, will breed greater success and human thriving than trying to control the outcomes or dictate the movement of every minute or hour of the day. And I'm oversimplifying the traditional system, but that's kind of what it was designed to be. So despite the incredible teachers and administrators that work there, I honor them. I truly do. And they make a difference in people's lives. They made a difference in my life, huge difference in my life. Being supported by a structure and system that is built to help humans be empowered and thrive from the time they are little results in incredible critical thinking, problem solving, human connection and is unlike anything I've seen anywhere. I wouldn't choose anything else for my family, obviously. And I invite your family to reach out and start an audition if you think that our values might just match yours.